I would kind of like to state that I don't think that content creation as a whole is dead. I just think that a lot of people misunderstand the concept of creating content. So, let me start this video properly now. So, something that I've noticed a lot recently, and this has been going on for years and years, is a lot of people hire editors, um, and just, tons and tons of people, and, just basic general content creation for the love of the game is gone. Um, no, I'm not blaming any one person for this, nor am I blaming the people who hire editors or like production teams, because at the end of the day, I'm not as famous as those people, so clearly they're doing something right. But in my opinion, there's something so nice about just general basic to the ground authentic content creation, right? Making the videos yourself. One of the most like famous like people I can think of that still like edit their videos, from what I've heard, is Laserbeam. Yeah, the funny Australian guy. And that's because he just genuinely loves the process, right? And I think that's what more people need to do. They need to learn to love the process in order to properly make good content. Now, with that being said, like I said, I'm not saying any one person is wrong for hiring whoever they want, because at the end of the day, get that bag. But I do also mean that many smaller creators just think, well, this is boring. When do I make the views? When do I get the money? When do I, because they don't have the love for creating the content that some like mid-tier guys who even have editors and stuff like that, right? If you don't love what you're doing, you're not going to want to do it, and you're not going to succeed, because everybody's going to see that you don't love doing it. This is just kind of a small little like rant, but no, genuinely just love making the stuff that you do. And if you don't, switch it up, find something that you do love. Content creation isn't for everybody, but at the same time, pretty much anybody could do it, which is just like the really fun and unique part of it, is that anybody can do it. Even if you have no experience editing, recording, or anything like that, I think you could genuinely succeed if you find the right thing that you're good at, even in content creation, right? Not everybody's going to be a gaming creator, not everybody's going to be commentary, not everybody's going to be Mr. Beast high production, because that's just not who everybody is. Not everybody's going to love doing one thing over another. Which is just, great. That is the great part of creating content, is that really anybody can do it, regardless of background, current status in life. A homeless person could theoretically make content if they wanted to, right? All you need really is a cell phone and a McDonald's Wi-Fi connection to make content. And even that can go famous. Like, we saw tons of people in the 2020s get famous off of TikTok, because everybody was on TikTok watching that. Now for the second half of this, is just, content creation isn't as rewarding as it used to be. A lot of people will spend tons and tons of time on a video only for it to get 30 views, right? 100 views, 200, right? Not very many in the grand scheme of views. even on shorts, which you would think, oh yeah, that's like the ticketing just a ton of views rather than, building an audience. And that's because the algorithm is genuinely terrible to small creators. I really do wish that YouTube and TikTok and all these other social media sites would fix their algorithms to help boost up newer creators. Because it is genuinely kind of hard to, you know, to build an audience, especially in this day and age where everybody just kind of, picks up one person in a niche and rolls with them. Or they only live inside of one niche but only watch, like, say 3 or 4 different creators. I think we should just focus on, lifting up the smaller creators instead of just hard pushing the ones that make money. Now obviously that's never going to happen because, well, YouTube is a business and all these creators are also just businesses at this point. MrBeast is a business first. Ninja, CypherPK, those are businesses first because they need money to live as well. And I'm not faulting any one person because that's just not who I am, right? I think, although I do think those people should use their platforms to, help other people get starts, which they have. I mean, what MrBeast, pretty much helped Airrack get to where he is currently, and CypherPK has helped plenty of other YouTubers, not get big, but, kind of get starts, which is a really nice thing. But, yeah, that's kind of all I have for this rant. It's not very structured because this is just kind of off the top of my head. Because I was just kind of thinking, content creation as a whole is in a very weird landscape where it's either you don't want to make the content because you don't love the process, or it's just not rewarding to, spend tons of hours making something, which at the same time, I guess you could say, oh, well, if you love doing it, then, you're the only person whose opinion matters, right? If you love the video and you think it's good, then that's, I guess, really all you genuinely need. And I wish more people would kind of stick to that philosophy. But anyways, like, subscribe, do everything that people always tell you to do. And, once again, just find something that you love doing and run with it, right? It shouldn't matter that you get, 10 views, 20 views, 30 views. If you loved making the video and it gives your friends or yourself just something to watch and entertain you, and more importantly, if you love the process of getting to the end point, that is very important.